All right, spinning the wheel. Y'all can't see it.
You're not
but
streaming it, are you? Okay. Well,
Yeah, I'm streaming the wheel.
it's the equivalent of Skipty just telling us who's next.
Yeah.
I'm streaming it. It's Cullen!
Fuck off. That's fine. All right, ladies and gents, it's time. Share my screen. Make sure I do this right. It's been a while. I think it's this one. All right, can everybody see what's on screen?
One second. I need to click into your presentation.
Oh, here we go.
Wow.
All right, here we go.
Yes.
Make sure my arrow keys work before, so I'll start the presentation and then I'll hopefully not have to click through it. So, I'd like to start my presentation by posing a very straightforward and simple question, which I'll open to the team and the chat that's live. What is America's greatest attraction?
Oh no.
I'm gonna say
Billionaires in slavery.
It's a good one.
the bronze quarter pounder monument in the Midwest.
Hell yeah.
The big crack you have in the ground.
All right.
Salem Sue.
We got
The
we got
Grand
like five
Canyon,
of
I
them.
think people call it.
All right. Now I had a section in here for a couple different things. Like this was the first presentation since we haven't done one in a while where like I don't have a written down like notes script, but I have a section in here just saying like it feels good to be back. You know, welcome back to everybody that's viewing, and you know, having us all in this little voice channel, being able to hang out and do presentations together. So I had a slide specifically to talk about that. And then counter to what I usually do with like stories of my life and whatnot. This one kind of pertains to it, but this is more so just like a fun little, posing a question and then going on a rant kind of presentation.
Sure.
So so this was the slide where I was meant to ask, like, what do you guys think America's greatest attraction is? Because there's many different examples or options that could be valid, right, for that question when you think about it. You have things like pretty much anything and everything in Washington D.C. right? I mean, literally, pick your choosing there. Statue of Liberty, bunch of different locations.
Default Soup says the Big Bean.
The Big Bean.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a Big Bean. I have heard of this bean.
I did not put I did not put the Chicago Bean in the presentation, but see, like that's a good option, right? Because I've been to the Bean before, and that definitely feels like a
It's a legit attraction.
Ball.
Yeah, like
The
a
Epcot
monument.
Ball.
So we have that. Pretty much anything in like New York City, I think could qualify to some extent, like
Rainforest
Times
cafes.
Square. Yeah, rainforest cafes and whatnot.
There is that other big like waterfall hole, right? You have one of those.
Yeah, Niagara Falls.
Yeah,
I almost pictured that, but it was like too close to the Statue of Liberty. And, like, for me, to
big wet hole.
Is this
You're talking about Old Faithful? Yeah.
Yeah, Big Wet Hole Park, which is a favorite. And then like
big hole.
Yeah, giant hole park and whatnot. But there's a lot of different choices that I think, especially just within the United States, could fall under that category of what's like the greatest attraction, right? But what do I, me here sitting right in front of you all discussing this topic, think is the star-studded choice for greatest attraction in America, right? I'll give everybody one last chance to guess. I can't see the chat because I'm accidentally.
Man, what would you think? All right, I'm gonna try for a genuine guess. Is it like a landmark that we'll have heard of?
Is it a
Maybe.
landmark? Is it a landmark?
Well, no,
Kind
like,
of,
like
not
a
really.
structure or a naturally
McDonald's.
occurring thing.
Naturally occurring is a funny one. No, it's not that. It's more so like I'll say it like this. Well, that's gonna spoil if I give too much like.
So it's a
if I
structure
respond-
that was man-made.
Yeah, we'll say it's man-made. If I answer this question too specifically, it's gonna like ruin the ending points
Okay.
of the presentation because I have an
great-
explanation for why I
Is-
have this answer.
Is it by chance Mount Rushmore from the title slide?
No,
Oh,
I will
man.
answer that. It is not Mount Rushmore at all.
What were you to say, Tyler?
Is it the Bass Fishing Resort in Memphis, Tennessee? The pyramid? Yeah, the pyramid.
Now I have actually heard of that, but no, that would have been a really good answer though.
Why do you
it
think
that-
there's a pyramid in Memphis, Tennessee?
Is it Las Vegas because it, is an affront to God and nature by being in a desert and being a city that has a full running water supply that drains the local ecosystem?
It's the
No.
world's biggest fork.
Yeah. Okay.
It could be the world's biggest fork. I think the Bass Pro Shop giant pyramid to rival that of the pyramids in Egypt was the best answer. Because my actual answer is a chain gas station
Yes!
franchise
Oh, God
called
damn it.
Buc-ee's.
Oh,
Yeah, Jake, you knew this one was coming.
What the
This was
hell?
on the
Yeah.
list I was gonna
Buc-ee's?
say.
what is Buc-ee?
I am so happy that half the team knows what it is and half the team doesn't know what I'm talking about.
What the
And I
fuck
get
is
to-
up with? Is that a
Buc-ee's?
gopher? Is that a
It's a gopher, you know, with buck teeth.
Is it a squirrel?
Buc-ee's is the
It could
dumbest
be
store
anything.
that ever existed.
Is
Yeah,
it?
it is.
Is it a squirrel?
It's a beaver. Like it's a
beaver.
It's not
Okay.
Bucky chipmunk. Like that doesn't make sense. Or Bucky.
I don't fucking know.
Bucky rat.
All I know is that it scares me.
Yeah. So genuinely, I'm trying to make sure. Okay, I'm clicked in on it. Like why do I think that this is, you know, the America's greatest attraction? And you might be asking yourself, what is a Buc-ee's, as you guys just did a moment ago? What is this thing that I sit here and claim is America's greatest attraction? Buc-ee's is, and I'm not reading this off of Wikipedia, so I'm kind of ad-libbing it, but it is essentially a gas station superstore chain within the American Midwest, and you know, the originated in Texas. The map I have on the right, I think, is the most up to date for every single location they have in the States. Like I said, it originated in Texas and it's kind of scattered throughout the Midwest. The picture on the left kind of depicts what it's all about, which I'll go into more detail.
Oh,
Does
did
it
we lose you,
depict what
Colin?
it's all about?
Oh, did he die?
Did
Oh,
I?
no.
Colin, we lost audio.
Oh no.
Give him a
Yeah,
second.
Buc-ee's
kidnap
killed him.
Bucky.
About
There, you're back. You're back.
you know, some of
Bucky got his
was weird.
revenge.
yeah, they don't want me slandering him. Although this is just free advertising, so it's not exactly slander. Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was weird. I don't know if that was my mic or what, but just start screaming at me if like
I
it
was
happens
gonna-
again.
Can I just say, showing an aerial shot of the building does not explain what this thing is about at all.
Oh, we'll get to that. No, I got 50 slides to explain what this is.
Oh
That
my
aerial
god. Okay,
shot
go ahead.
Also isn't like really good at showing scale because it makes it look a lot smaller than it is.
Oh yeah, no. We'll get to that. But it's essentially, like I said before, a gas station superstore hybrid that is slowly becoming like the name brand, like actual roadside attraction for Americans within like these regions. Still clicked out of this. So the thing with Buc-ee's that kind of sets it apart from like an actual like rest stop or truck stop, because you know, like in the United States, all the, you know, culture of the United States is basically built around cars and travel and whatnot. So there's a big culture about traveling from state to state. But the thing that's interesting about Buc-ee's itself is they do not allow tractor trailers at all. Like, so it's not a truck rest stop. It is specifically a like tourism only cars kind of thing. Only cars are allowed to come in, and like I think RVs and other things, but no big rig trucks, no nothing like that. So it's essentially a cater to what you see here, like the nuclear family on a road trip, right? Is essentially what a Buc-ee's like target demographic is. So I had the opportunity within the last couple of months to experience a Buc-ee's for the first time. Now, I don't have the videos or pictures in my presentation because it was going to take me too long to like embed them, but I'm going to send them in the general chat right now.
Yeah, I can pull them up.
And kind of delay my presentation, and then
Put them in the
eventually it'll
put them in the student union general chat in the Discord.
okay. Yeah, I can do that. It might take me a minute, so I might like delay my presentation a bit when I'm doing this, but it's worth it because you guys can watch the videos as the slides are happening. Because I'm going to upload just all of them at once, so bear with me for a moment. So I got to make sure I can actually
People are
find it.
slandering Cars 2 in the chat. How dare they?
Yeah, I've never actually seen Cars 2, but I'm
Is
not.
Cars 2
I'm
the
not going
secret
to
agent
defend it.
one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Such an
So if you don't want to
immediate
be too spoiled to the presentation, I'd say I'd advise like watching the videos like while I'm kind of going through the slides, more specific to like my experience. But okay, they should be. They're slowly going to load while I'm talking about stuff.
Okay.
But I had the opportunity to go to a Buc-ee's, specifically the one of them in like Alabama. recently. And I gotta say, the trip and the experience itself was otherworldly, right? Like I was enamored by just the sort of cult appeal that I had heard of Buc-ee's, like living in, the general region where most of their locations are at. And I was not prepared at all for the experience that I had while at the store. So while you're driving to like any one of their locations, right, down the highway, I wish I had taken better pictures because all these pictures that I have online are like stock images and whatnot. There are roadside billboards like hundreds of miles before the store. Like they hype it up so hard that you have signs like I said, hundreds of miles outside of the actual location you're driving to. And they're all super gimmicky, like the one we have here, which I'll just read out loud that says like we're either a very well-kept secret or our sign fell down again. And then as you get closer to the gas station store, like you're still 50 miles away, but you're still getting like just absolutely bombarded with these signs, that have varying, texts on them, to the point where, like, in my own experience, like in this car drive, there were, I think, 7 or 8 different signs that were like, Buc-ee's 3 miles away. You're almost there is like the next sign. Then it's Buc-ee's 2 miles away. Buc-ee's like 1 mile away. You're almost there. Next exit. Like, it was comedic because I just wasn't ready for it. So I didn't have my camera out and, just did not expect the level of like almost like a red carpet entrance you get off of like the most unkept roads ever. And then, just this utopia or what's a better comparison? Like a desert
The
oasis.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Manuel just said, "Exit now. We're no longer asking."
It's like a jump scare.
Yeah,
You're
absolutely.
looking.
So it's essentially, this photo is there to represent the oasis feeling that you get when you're pulling in to a
Arriving
Buc-ee's.
finally.
So I don't remember, I can't substantiate what I'm about to say, but I believe Buc-ee's is somewhere in like the upper tier category of like world record for like most gas station pumps at like a single location. So the whole gimmick and why I was talking about like trucks. What did you say, Jake?
I think they own the world record. Yeah.
Yeah, like one of their biggest locations, probably like a Texas one if I had to
one of
guess.
the Texas ones, yeah.
I didn't go super in deep with this research because this is just me talking about like kind of my experiences from what I was able to find online. Well, also my own experiences, but like using imagery that I was able to find online. But when you drive in, because there's no trucks at all, like there's like a clear line of visibility, and there are like 50 gas pumps just going all the way down. Like as soon as you drive in to pretty much like the end of the parking lot, like even if it's like, I don't know what like peak traffic would be in the United States on like, the highest traveling time. So like on a holiday, on like a Sunday, like a weekend, say like Christmas, you are guaranteed to get a gas pump. Like they just have that many, like 50 rows of them, each one having like 4 or something to that effect. So like that's what you get when you first drive in. There's parking spots galore, and you're also presented with essentially what is like the combination of a superstore but also a gas station. Because like in other cities or gas station scapes around the United States, like you'll pass by really crummy places that might not even have a bathroom, but it's like the only gas pump for like miles on end. You go in, you grab a couple snacks, like it's not the kind of place you want to be in for a long time. But Buc-ee's, it's like they get you there and you're greeted with this entire entrance that's like it feels like a grocery store, and it just keeps getting better as you walk in. So you're presented with this huge superstore, right, with a layout that's like this big. Like it genuinely takes you like a few minutes to get to one side of the store to the next. So I'll just kind of cycle through the photos that I have here because the images I found online compared to the ones I just uploaded or the videos I just uploaded in the general chat are like really one-to-one, similar for the landscape. But they have snacks, like an entire convenience store gift shop, right, for their own branding, for the not chipmunk logo. Yeah, whatever.
What's filling those wheels?
Stuffed animal versions of the character.
I mean, they're already lying to us because they said world famous jerky. I've never heard of this beaver before.
It's world famous in the Midwest. So
In 10% of the world, it's world famous. Yeah.
Yeah, and you non-Americans are going to eat this one up because like I'm kind of brushing over it, but like you'll see it in the next slides. Like they have full on like giant like drink sections, right? Like biggest gas station drink sections you're ever gonna see, with their own advertising for other sections of the store on top of that. But you have like entire drink making stations. This is a real thing. I can confirm this is real.
Is
Like
that
a
like
brisket
one of those
meat.
sashimi conveyor belts at a sushi restaurant, but it's just breakfast
it's-
burritos?
Yeah, but
Yes.
instead it's like pulled pork sandwiches, brisket. Like they take a whole fucking cow and sacrifice it like on the table,
To
kind of
Buc-ee.
thing. This is just a gas station in the middle of fucking nowhere, right? Like from every location you ever go to, because this isn't like in the downtown bustling area of a big city or like right outside the suburban sprawl before that like leads up to a city. This is in like podunk nowhereville, right? That had like nothing going on in terms of like big economic developments until Buc-ee E. Beaver himself was like, that's where we're gonna put it, and like become the savior of this town. So yes, everything you see here, from like patty melts to pulled pork sandwiches, brisket, this and that, it's all provided. Not
Yeah,
only
and
that. Oh yeah,
like,
go on, Jake.
to interrupt like briefly on the brisket stuff, like that's all fresh. Like I know most of the time when we're thinking like gas station food, we're thinking like the hot dog that sits on the conveyor belt for like 8 years or whatever before some like poor soul who doesn't know any better like takes it. They are literally carving this shit up in front of you every 20 to 30 minutes. They're
Like
carving
live.
up a new cow, like live.
It's,
It is insane.
is that like? Do people buy enough of it that it is consistently
Yes.
fresh? Or
Yes.
is it, oh my god. Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Like this is slowly becoming the monopoly on, I don't want to say gas stations, but like the gas station road trip experience. Once again, kind of getting ahead of myself here. but-
So I need to ask a clarifying question, all right? Because
Yeah, go for it.
on the surface, this bears a lot of resemblance to something like a Chuck E. Cheese, where there's some kind of attraction within the restaurant outside of it being a restaurant. Is this just a big gas station?
Yes.
Yes.
It is literally a big 24-hour gas station superstore like combination, more or less. That like is functionally the oasis on a long, barren American road trip.
Then why
That is
the
like-
hell does Buckworth Edward Beaver need to be the mascot?
Yeah. Also, why is it?
Wait, you don't-
Why
you
is it
don't like
BUC dash EE? Like what? That's like Buc-ee. That's almost like Buc-ee.
I don't think any of the Americans pictured in this picture, nor the ones at the stores right now, are thinking about it like that at all.
Yeah, I know. Just for my soul, it hurts. It's it's fine. It's nothing. It's
There's a
nothing.
reason why this video or this presentation's titled like American Attraction,
Yeah,
not
Max,
United States Attraction.
Do you have the sexy overbite? No. Let the
I
beaver
don't.
be in peace.
Yeah, there's a
Is it
better
a
photo with
beaver?
this
It is
face
a
on
beaver. Yeah,
Yeah, it is a beaver.
it is
right?
definitely a beaver.
So
Why a
with the-
beaver?
Why
great
the fuck
question.
not?
Do you get beavers in the south?
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe.
They build dams, yeah.
Are
I've
you
actually
sure
heard
about
that
Dad
one.
does not do get them in the
Jake,
south.
I do not trust you.
I mean, there's dams to the south.
What do you mean dams? You know beavers don't build the concrete dams, right?
Ah, that's not what I
J.
know.
Edgar Beaver did not build the
J.
Hoover
Edgar.
Dam.
J. Edgar
Brilliant
Beaver.
stuff.
So,
So-
fantastic name.
In addition to the brisket station, in addition to the gift shop, in addition to the general snack food, you have their own brands of snack food, right? From taffies to chocolates to mixed nuts, stuff like that, chips, pretzels, everything you can imagine, right? Going back to this, they have their own branding, right? So we got hats, shirts, sweatshirts, cups, mugs, Christmas decor, random other equipment. I don't think I have any of these pictured, but they might be evident in some of the videos that I took. But they have entire like camping and hiking sections, like roadside repair, tools, because it is a, on the highway stop shop essentially. All kinds of stuff, all different branding, everything you could ever imagine. Yeah, another picture of like, they got stuffed animals, they got plastic footballs. You can kind of see in the background. They got gift shops, they got art, they got clothes, they got fucking everything you could ever want, out of a
But it's
roadside stop.
just a big gas station.
Exactly. And the picture is a bit blurry here, and the location that I went to
Those
didn't
all
have this.
ribs?
But yes, they have literal seafood stations, like an
Oh.
entire seafood market built in to the store
Default
itself.
Soup says every time I go there, the cooks are shouting fresh brisket on the board over and over again.
Yes, that's a thing. I did not mention that, but the whole whenever they put another cow up for like every 20 to 30
For
minutes, they will
sacrifice.
literally the whole workforce will be like, "Yep, get done, new brisket," like every time. Like it's unreal. Like the first time you hear it, you're like, "What the fuck is happening?" And then like after the fifth time, like you're kind of in on it. Like you're kind of shouting with them, and like the whole store claps. Yeah.
After
We
you've
have
been
this-
lost in the store for about an hour.
Similar vibe. We have this. I don't know how like widespread it is, but this restaurant Hoo Hot. One of their gimmicks is that so it's like a Mongolian grill. One of their gimmicks is that you ring a gong when you get your order, and all the chefs just go Hoo Hot.
Yeah, it's pretty similar here, right? It
Okay.
plays into the campiness, and that's part of the reason why I'm gushing about it so bad. Because I had this hype and this expectation going in of like this really crazy campy, gas station chain to visit, and then I get there, and it just blew my expectations out of the water for like how much they delivered, right? Because the location I went to did not have this, but I can confirm that I think some of the more southern locations closer to like some bigger body of water have legitimate like seafood, sections and like whatever you call this, not like a butcher shop, but
Like a
more or
catch of
less.
the day
Wait,
fish
like a
hold on a
Tessin.
second. It's in the south though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the Gulf of Mexico. I wouldn't eat any of that.
Well, too
Them
bad.
fish got two heads.
But it's there, and we're not. They have an entire fudge making station, which you can see here, like made fresh, put out, for everybody that wants to come into the store. I mean, you can kind of see on the left of this image, they also have like fresh sandwiches, random stuff that like you'd pick up to go for like a quick meal, and whatnot. What else? Yeah, just more photos showing off what I was talking about. They have wine, they have drinks, more snacks, more merchandising. Like it's all layered into the.
Oh, you dropped.
Ooh.
I think your internet's. I think it's your internet, man.
I think he got taken
like
by
the
the
store's design. So like you'll have like a snack section.
Oh, you got
There
cut.
you
You
go.
got cut out there.
Yeah, you're there. It's coming back because like your images are a little pixelated too.
Hmm.
Wait, is that
I don't
Bucky
know.
branded water in the bottom left corner right there?
Yes.
Oh,
Absolutely.
no.
Yes. Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
it
not
is.
kidding when I say
That's Bucky's
everything
water.
is Bucky brand. Yeah, absolutely. So you'll have like what I was saying before. You'll have like the snack section and then like more consignment store items mixed in with stuff. So like you can buy a hat in like aisle 4 and then you can go to aisle 10 and it's basically the same items, but it's like right next to the, aisle 10 wine or jams because they have their own jams here, as you can see, and
Oh, they're
whatnot.
jamming.
Yeah. I mean, they have everything. I think they even had pasta sauces. It might be fake news, but I don't remember exactly. But I
my
wouldn't put
gosh.
it past them. So
how exotic pasta sauces.
yeah,
The gas station? Very.
Yeah, to be fair, yeah. Is that galoshes? Is that kolache?
Lattes are really are good. Just
Yeah.
gonna say.
They got Dippin' Dots. What do you keep? There's the fudge is next to the kolache, which is next to the roasted nut, which is next to the Dippin' Dot, next to the wrap, next to the tap. Is this all of it?
this is mind you, the
Oh no, he's.
Oh,
my
no.
guy. The
They really
construction
want
workers.
Bucky's. They really want Bucky
Bucky's
to be
put
the
a
best
hitman
kept
out.
secret. Yeah.
images I'm using in this presentation are like a smattering. They're really giving me free ads.
Oh jeez.
Send help. I don't know what's happening. I don't know why my internet's crashing. This is so bad. I'm like halfway through my presentation. What the fuck?
You almost there.
Like, I'm
Okay, you're
still-
back.
Okay, I'll talk fast. Anyways, yeah, a lot of stuff, a lot of shit. Blah, 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 blah. So the most interesting thing that kind of outshines the rest of like how insane the snack selection is from this gas station oasis are the restrooms. And as you can kind of see in this, and then anybody that wants to peer into the general chat to see the videos that I uploaded, they literally have artwork like leading up to the bathrooms, like full on art. Big pictures, murals. Actually, it's kind of funny that we did the last presentation right before this one, because my favorite part of my Bucky's experience is the fact that it doesn't show it here. Kind of skipping ahead. They sell art in the bathrooms. Like on the way
That's perfect.
on the way to the bathrooms, which I don't remember which video it is, but like if this turns into video format, please show this clip specifically because like the way
Does
I
that
filmed
say-
it was just really funny.
Texan by the grace of God.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
And that's subtle. Like
This is like as soon as you walk out of taking like the biggest dump of your life, this is what you're what you're met with is like the wall art.
I will
But-
say, among other things, I've never actually seen a bathroom like this where all of the stalls are like private rooms that you enter.
Yeah. Dude, they part of their like advertising and their brand is how clean their bathrooms are. That's why I had a whole slide on it. Like they have people rotating and cleaning them out. It's like it feels like an amusement park bathroom,
This
but like a
looks
really
like-
clean one.
This looks like the kind of bathroom you would genuinely build in Minecraft. Like it's all just flat
Yes.
surfaces with
Yeah.
perfect spacing between everything, not a speck of dust on anything.
Yeah, it's all symmetrical.
So it's not only like advertised to be extremely clean, but it can like maintain like a big flowing crowd of people, right? That like part of them are like on a road trip going somewhere, part of them like make a trip to go here, right? And it's just absolutely wild. Not to mention like I said before, in the video that I uploaded on the general chat in the Sir Swag Academy, I filmed a video of the wall art that's all like American flags, America first, Air Force, this and that. And like it shows the description of the art, the artist, and like the price. Like you can physically go into a Buc-ee's, take the fattest shit of your life, and then come outside and be like, I want to buy this painting that was like right here. And it is like 2 feet away from like the urinals. And it's just absolutely
I really love. Can you go back to the paintings real quick?
surreal. Go here. Yeah.
I really love the wet floor sign right in front of the paintings. Like they know people are pissing on those paintings. Like 100%.
Why are they so low down?
There are piss particles floating
Also,
in the air.
wait, there are
around
two
this
different sizes of Texas. There are two
Yes.
different Texas ships.
Well,
Which
one
one's
was
the?
1836, and the other is the way it is
Oh.
now.
Why did they have that one?
They'll get it back one day.
Okay,
It's true.
that
It's
seems like
warning.
that seems like a threat.
Yeah.
Max, I've heard of the Alamo.
Yeah, I have. I know.
Just
It's not the first, and it won't be the last.
I remember the Alamo.
I was there.
I was there.
So yeah, okay, this is a better picture. So like this is a real thing. Like you're walking to the bathrooms and this is like the art on display. So like you'll have people who are like genuinely trying to use the restroom and like walking in and out with the flow of traffic. And then you have people like actually standing there admiring the art like Ferris Bueller. Like it's just unreal. So the reason, and yeah, funny, I lead up with this. The one of the reasons why I loved this so much, and I'm genuinely going to sit here and make the second half of my presentation an argument for why I think this is America's greatest attraction. It is the best shitpost I've ever seen, like in real life. Like the branding, the marketing, the idea behind what Buc-ee's is as a brand is just so hilariously out of place, but yet so spot on for, you know, United States road trips that it's just perfect. It's literally perfect in every single way.
I like how you said that, and Manuel immediately just posted, Americans generally live in a dystopia. Like, why would you want piss up?
No, exactly. And like it genuinely being in there on like a, you know, essentially like a family road trip, and experiencing all that it had to offer, you know, it brought up a lot, or it evoked a lot of feelings. It felt like it harkened back to the days of like when cars were just first being introduced, highways were being built, people were traveling state to state to you know, see attractions, do this and that. It had that feeling to it. It perfectly, and I mean perfectly, represents, you know, American consumerism, capitalism, and pretty much everything that makes this country as blue and red and white as it can be. You know, I don't know why I said that out of order. And like also is just, like I said, just the perfectly placed desert oasis that you don't know you need until you get there, right? And all these factors combine to make it, in my opinion, you know, the greatest attraction in the United States. And I'm kind of speaking out of turn with the slides I'm showing, because this slide was meant to be there to show like that Americans who visit Buc-ee's are looking at themselves, right? Because it's a real Buc-ee's provides a real introspection into the American identity.
The American
hate
dream.
his stupid face so much. Look at his dumb, stupid beaver face.
Oh god, I
You're gonna
love
say
how
that? What, he has
I love
like a
how-
heart tongue?
I love how Colin's like, this is an introspective look at like Americans basically seeing themselves. He goes, I hate his face so much.
The most punchable beaver face of all
Yeah.
time.
He's been punched already.
This
His
is a
face
cult.
Oh my god, are they praying to Buc-ee?
Might as well.
Oh god.
When Moses
So-
was on the mountain, his followers
The
began
guy-
worshiping Buc-ee.
Yeah.
The guy in the middle of the gray shirt, the eagle in the back, is definitely praying to that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So yeah, I kind of talked out of order from how I presented, because like I said, I didn't have a verbal script I wrote down, but I like ending it on this image, because this image with the little stock trophy that I added, because it gets my award for America's Greatest Attraction, but it genuinely represents so much of the American identity, and it's like the perfect shitpost, and genuinely as unbiased as possible. It's a really clean gas station with a lot of food choices and like an interesting branding. That was like my favorite and like most quality gas station experience I've ever had, and that makes it America's Greatest Attraction. Thank you all.
Nice.
Wonderful. So,
In
so
this
wonderful.
country, we
Can I
stand for the
reveal-
flag and kneel for the Buc-ee.
I'm gonna have to bounce off and leave, but that was great. I wanted to make sure I stayed around for the end of that. But yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
thank you for
See
showing
you
up, Max.
guys.
Appreciate you.
Can I
That's good.
reveal how you first heard about Buc-ee's?
Yeah, go for it. I don't care. Yeah, lore drop.
So, a fun fact: me and Cullen were actually roommates during the high school stuff. But
Yeah.
the reason why that's important is because my parents, for whatever godforsaken reason, decided to get Cullen gifts for last Christmas, and I think one of the gifts was like a Buc-ee's bag of dried banana chips and
Buc-ee's
a
bananas.
Buc-ee's straw with his stupid, dumb, fucking mouth face as like the sipping end. So you look like the damn beaver whenever you like put the straw in a drink.
It was
And-
that, and they're like the worst peanut oil caramel like puffs I've ever eaten. Like,
Yeah. And Cullen was like, "What is this stupid gas station?" Like Cullen was talking like he was like, "This is so dumb. I don't understand it." And then at one point, Cullen got the chance, I guess, to go on a road trip, and he was like, "There's a Buc-ee's on the way. I have to go because this straw, like, I don't even know where the straw ended up. I think
it ended up in the garbage, maybe.
Yeah, I
in,
think
like,
we
one of
threw
our
it away or
bins.
something. But it was like it would just always appear in like the worst spots possible. Like we had a dining room table, the damn straw would be there with its stupid mouth. Like I don't have a picture of it, but I swear to God, this thing looked the most obnoxious possible for a straw. It was impressive.
You should find a
And
picture
So yes,
of it. I'll use
they
it.
have amazing branding.
There, you could probably easily find it. I'm not gonna stream my screen for it.
No,
but
no, that's
there.
fine.
If you look up like Buc-ee's mouth straw, it'll come up. I should also mention I didn't put this in the PowerPoint for some reason. Like there are a ton of people in like my network of like friends, family, peers, etc. That like a couple on like that I can count on both hands have mentioned like Buc-ee's and be like, oh yeah, we went there. It was so awesome, and like the positive reception. And just this attitude of like, yeah, that's really cool. That's like an attraction was uncanny until I visited it. I'm like, what are you people smoking? I'm like, what did they do to you when
It
they
was
brainwashed you?
The full like Danny DeVito. I get it now.
Yes, no, literally. Like when I stepped in the front door of that place, like it is just wild. Like, yeah. So I could go on a tangent
Well,
for it.
I'm
or about it for
glad
hours.
that we now have an opportunity to educate the world at large about the cult of Buc-ee. I think that'll go over real well.
I'm so serious, yeah, because there's other like gas station franchises across the world. I know there's another similar competing brand called a Wawa. I think.
Oh yeah,
Wawa's
we
is a
have
brand.
Wawas up here.
Love Wawa.
Yeah, so it's like that, but more American. So like, it's kind of hard to beat like the Buc-ee branding, and just it is literally an IRL gas station shitpost, and like you just can't beat that for me. But yeah, it's like that. But worse.
Thank you. I love that.